Carolina, it is not a bad time to be an establishment candidate in a Republican Senate primary.
Not at all. Actually, we're starting to see some movement here, right? You have Club for Growth that are starting to do some endorsements. You have others, such as Senate Conservative Fund, who are starting to put money to back some of these candidates.
But on the establishment side, you've got finally sort of Crossroads dropping the mask, going in for Tom Tillis.
The Tillis race in North Carolina is really emblematic of where you see the establishment coming out. Everybody in Washington for months has said, he's the candidate, he's the candidate. I was there a couple weeks ago, and you talk to Republican advocates or even consultants down there, and they think that some of the other candidates are really much more tighter. And so having Crossroads come in with a $1.1 million buy this week is a big deal for him.
Well, and the challenge for Tillis and the challenge for a couple of those establishment candidates down in Georgia is, can you get the nomination without a runoff, right? Because you can see Tillis getting to 42% or 43%. Can you get to 51% in a runoff against a guy endorsed by Rand Paul, who's sort of out there as the doctor with the tri-corner hat?
Absolutely, and you also see, right, with Mike Simpson, the National Rifle Association, that was their first big endorsement of this cycle. I think that's a real key because he's certainly getting pounded by Club for Growth and some of the other groups on the more conservative side.
We recently spoke with Chris Chicole, the head of the group, and his attitude towards this establishment spending is kind of bring it on, right? That he's got, they're on the same team in Alaska and North Carolina, and everywhere else, conservatives feel like the contrast with Haley Barbour and the Chamber of Commerce is just fine for them.
And it's great for their fundraising, right? If you're looking at, if you're any of these groups and you're saying, I'm Club for Growth, I'm looking to try to get into some of these early races, but look where the Chamber of Commerce is, I think he called them a squish, actually. Right. And so if you have that kind of contrast, that's a great thing to hit up your big donors.